50-plus-year-old woman. I'm average intelligence, college educated. I've been married for over 30 years. I have 2 grown children, and I have a lot of nice material possessions. I am not a PhD, nor am I a psychologist. I have no letters behind my name. My name is Sue, and I identify myself as a drug-addicted alcoholic. Do I look like what you thought an alcoholic or an addict would look like? 90% of alcoholics are highly functional. They maintain their jobs, they pay their bills, and their family members stay around them. From the age of 12 to 23 years old, I went down a very destructive path. I saw things I never should have, been around people I had no business being around. I used alcohol and street drugs to push away all my anger and uncontrollable teenage emotions. I had severe consequences. At the age of 23, I had had enough. I'm going down a path that's not any good. So I went to alcohol and drug treatment, and since March of 1990, by God's grace, I've been clean and sober ever since. Through the years of my recovery, I have trudged through the wreckage of my past. I work daily on a strong spiritual foundation based on God. And I frequently help other people with similar addictions as me. What I've realized through those years of recovery is I have a very addictive mindset. Oh, yes. Because I can be addicted to about anything, like food, sugar, or should I more specifically say chocolate, peanut, M&Ms, caffeine, and my smartphone. The addictive mindset, it works like this. We've got pressures coming from all around us, family, friends, projects, volunteer groups, this, that. My head is full. It feels like a pressure cooker or an Instapot. The edge, the pressure has to come off. Something needs to relieve it. What is that something? If it's not the things that I mentioned already, is it smoking, prescription drugs, gaming, gambling, pornography, sex? I have, in the last several years, been willing to share a story exposing myself because I want people to know there's another way. There's hope. Have any of you personally been touched by the things that I mentioned? If not, I'm sure there's a family member, a coworker, or even a friend that might be. What do we do? My idea today is that we need to be full of information in our society's epidemic state of addiction. What's going to change if we don't all start helping? That's my proposition to you. Because we all have a part in this. We all probably know somebody. And if we don't, we just do this. I don't want nothing to do with that because basically I don't know what to do. So my idea today is that we all need to be a beacon of hope in this epidemic society state of addiction. Well, how do we do that? Here's the idea. We better get full of information, right? What would you do right now if somebody came up to you and said, I need some help? Would you do I don't know what to do, what do you do? Well, my idea is you need to get filled up. You need to become that beacon. Well, what's a beacon? To me, it's like a lighthouse. I want to be strong. I want to be there. I want to be the light. I want to know when somebody comes to me, what am I going to do? So I'm challenging you. Do you know anything about what's available to help people in addictions? Start at your local level on your community. What do you have in your community? Do you even know? Where do you start? Well, going to the public library or the health clinic that's in your area to gather up information, that's good. You can go to local law enforcement. They have great resources that they can help you with. How about a medical facility? Can you take somebody there and drop them off? Do they take them to detox? What do they do with them? Do they put them in a 3C? Do you know? How about, do you have 12-step programs in your community? Do you know where they're located, what time they are? How about, is there treatment centers, recovery homes? But how do you get into those facilities? Is there waiting lists? Is there applications? Is there other mentoring programs? Is there things in your local church that are available? You need to know. One of the best resources is to know somebody like me, another person that has been there. Or other people like in social work, a nurse or a doctor. Find out. What happens when you've gathered some information and you think, I think I could do this? A lot of us gather it because we have somebody in our lives that we know that they need help, but they don't quite know that they need help. We want to take all of it and go, here, this is what you have to do. This is how you can get fixed. But guess what? They have to want it. They have to hit their bottom. They have to do what they have to do. They have to sincerely want it. You can't make them want it. It doesn't work like that. That's the saddest part about addictions. It's so sad that many of you might be in tears. And I'm sad to bring that to you, but that's reality. You have to wait until they hit their bottom. And that's the point. When people want help, there's no specific formula. There's no 1, 2, 3, this is how you help. No, it doesn't work like that either. You have to be willing to stand by them. If somebody has come up to you and says they sincerely want help, then they do. You can tell the difference. Help them, stand by them, be their support. The other thing is love them until they can love themselves. Addictions are not a fun place to be. You think nothing of yourself. It's sad, the things that we do to ourselves. So keep loving them. Get them connected with somebody that knows what they're going through so that they know that there's another way to live, that they actually can do this, that they can look different eventually. And be patient. The addict is taught to live 24 hours at a time, one day at a time, to escape the bondages of their addiction. Let's get filled with information. Let's be ready when someone says, I need help. I need help. We can make a difference. We can help. We can be the light that shines. We can be the beacon of hope in this darkness of addiction. Thank you.